Hey guys, just wanted to come to you today from the field. A little bit ahead of planting season yet, but spring's starting to warm up and guys getting out in the field, putting on herbicide and fertilizer applications ahead of this corn crop that we'll be putting in the ground come April. And so I want to talk about a couple things that are important. And the number one thing that's most important to growing that high yield crop is soil conditions at planting time. And so I want to talk to you about assessing that soil conditions at planting time first. A couple things that I use when I assess soil conditions at planting time or pre-plant. One of those is just a simple soil thermometer. And so you might see here on this soil thermometer, I've went ahead and put a little bit of black tape on there. So I've got that at 2 inches and I've got another black tape here at 4. I've also done that over here, 2-inch mark on my digital thermometer. 4 inches is as deep as that probe will go. And so the reason that I put those black tape marks on there is because I want to know every time I check that temperature in different locations in the field that I get that exactly to 2 inches. And then I like to check the 2 and the 4-inch soil temperature when I do it. Because I might come out and check this temperature a few days in a row to kind of assess what the trend is. Because, soil temperature is not static. The heat from the sun is warming that soil up every day. And then at night, it kind of starts cooling back off. And so, if we check the 2 and the 4-inch depth, we kind of get a better idea of what the static soil temperature is down there at 4 inches. And then what the trend is of that 2-inch depth, approximately where we're going to be planting. And so best time to check soil temperature is around 10 o'clock in the morning. So you let that soil kind of come up to what would be considered more of its static temperature at that 2-inch depth at least. And so check it at 2, then go ahead and push that probe down, check it at 4, chart that over a few days. And that'll give you an idea whether the conditions are fit to plant from a soil temperature standpoint. So another great resource that you can use, and I check it quite often in the spring, is the Mesonet. So K-State's extension network of weather stations throughout the state. Most of those have a soil temperature, and they're giving readings at 2 and 4 inch depth. And they do that, they graph that over the course of the 24 hours. I like to look at the 7-day soil temperature graph, and then also look at the next 7 days forecast before I decide to plant. I want to see temperatures that are in the right zone and warming with a weather forecast that also has potential to maintain or increase that soil temperature over time. So that's just a couple things about soil temperature. The next one, when we're talking about soil conditions at planting time, the next thing to think about is soil moisture. So when we talk about soil moisture, we want to look at that soil moisture down at that 2-inch depth. Just like we're talking about soil temperature. And sometimes, you can use your trusty little seed finder tool to dig down to that 2-inch depth, or you can use your shovel. And what I like to do is just grab a little handful of that. This soil's got a little moisture in it here today. So we'll get a bit of a feel, and take a handful of that soil and see if you can make it into a ball. If you can make it into a ball, there's a good chance that it's fit to plant. Now, when you start breaking that ball apart, if that ball is greasy and it makes a ribbon, or a real long ribbon especially, it's too wet to plant. And so we never want to plant when that soil is too wet, because what we're going to end up with there is we're going to end up with the seed slice that has compaction in it, or kind of smears off. And when that seedling starts to grow and develop its crown root system, that compacted, that smeared off slice is going to cause problems with the root system in that seedling. The other issue that you can run into if you plant when the soil is too wet is you can actually have problems getting that seed slice closed. And so when you got your trusty seed finder tool and you're out there digging for seed, you want to make sure that you're kind of peeling back that slice as it is. And if you find that you can that there's air gaps between those two sidewalls after the row closer has went across it, it's definitely too wet to plant. That really covers the first factor in the top 5 factors to producing a top crop, which is soil conditions at planting time.